Greetings Supertesters, my name's Ben and I'm known within the Tanks community as Crusher X8. As of right now, I'm a helper working within the World of Tanks Supertest. If you're watching this video, it's likely that you're new to the Supertest, though this video will also be helpful for current testers who are looking for some reassurance regarding the patching process. For those new testers, a brief description of what patching is and why it's important. A patch, in short, is a set of files that's installed over an existing game client. In our case, a clean, unmodded version of World of Tanks, usually the latest version at the time the patch is released. There are two main types of patches that might be distributed to us. Those are tank patches and map patches. The installation process is the same for both, however note that map patches in particular may be larger and may take longer to install. The first thing we need to do in order to install a patch is to get a clean client. It's very important that the client used for patching has never had mods installed on it, and ideally isn't typically used for gameplay either. A client that meets these conditions is called a clean client. Supertest patches are naturally unstable, and as a result it's possible, if not likely, that clients that have had mods installed on them previously, or have extraneous junk data present, can cause crashes. So please make sure that you create a new clean client for patching purposes. To make a new clean client, firstly we're going to open Wargaming Center. Then we're going to navigate to our World of Tanks install, click Game Settings, and then click Install Additional Game Instance. Set the client type to SD or Standard Definition, and feel free to install the client wherever you'd like. However, keep in mind it's best if it's on a fast drive, as you will have to make copies of this client for patching. Make sure to disable automatic updates, then hit Install and wait for the game to finish installing. I'm going to skip this process as I already have a clean client installed. Once that's done, you'll want to navigate to the folder where you installed the clean client, and then make a copy of it. To do this, select the folder, hit Ctrl-C, and then hit Ctrl-V to copy the folder to wherever you want to install the Supertest client. It's important to note that you should not link this copy of your client to Wargaming Center. If you do, you'll have to start this entire process again, as Wargaming Center can severely corrupt Supertest clients. You'll want to figure out how to name these folders, as you can have up to 4 Supertest clients installed at a time. For example, I named these folders as follows: the ST server the copy is intended for, in this case ST3, the game version and build number after that, in this case version 1.19.1-93, this can be found in your client's version.xml file, and then the specific ST patch you intend to install on the client, in this case ST1840. After you've done this, it should look something like what we have here. Now that we've got a clean client, onto the fun part, downloading the patches. There are 3 sources for patches, and these should be considered in order. Firstly, your Supertest mailout. This is sent directly to your World of Tanks email address whenever new patches are released. Secondly, the EU Supertest Discord server, usually in news or QA patches. And finally, on the ST server info forum post. A patch is made up of 2 files. One will be a .exe file, and the other will be a .bin file. The exe contains the installer, and the bin file contains the files the installer uses to patch your client. You must have both of these, and they must be in the same folder, otherwise the installer won't work. Open the exe file and note that it may take some time to open. When it does open, you should see what we have on the screen here. Navigate to and select the folder you just renamed. Here, this will be our ST3-1840 folder. Then click Next, then click Install. Wait for the patch to finish installing, and then close the installer. Assuming you encountered no errors, we're ready to try opening the client and logging in to see if it works. Launch the Supertest client by double-clicking on worldoftanks.exe and wait until you see the login screen. Select the right server for the client that you're using, then use your World of Tanks email address and the password you received from Gadget, This will be the same one that you use to log into the forums, to log into your Supertest account. Assuming there have been no issues, you should be able to see the tanks load in the garage. If you get to this stage, congrats, you've successfully patched your client.